Okay, let's unpack this. You recently brought us this really fascinating backyard mystery from Chicago. This was back in August.
That's right, and the description was intriguing. Brown, streaky, and fluffy.
Right, fluffy. And that immediately raises questions, doesn't it? Like, what kind of bird are we talking about?
Exactly. And what does fluffy actually mean about its age? Is it, fresh out of the egg?
So that's our mission for this deep dive. Figure out the species and really clarify what stage of development this bird was in.
And here's the interesting bit, that fluff isn't always straightforward.
It's not just baby bird.
Not necessarily. I mean, yes, true natal down, that super soft stuff, that definitely means very, very young, days old maybe.
Mm-hmm.
But that fuzzy, kind of messy look, that can also be totally normal for fledglings
Mm-hmm.
or even early juveniles.
Ah, okay. So birds that are a bit older finding their feet.
Precisely. Their adult feathers are still coming in, maybe not perfectly arranged yet. So getting that distinction right is really key to understanding the bird's age accurately,
Okay, so thinking about your description again. Brown, streaky.
which is classic camouflage for young birds, by the way. Helps them hide.
Right, good point. So brown, streaky, fluffy in Chicago in
Uh,
August. Two main candidates sort of jumped out at us.
mhm.
First, maybe on the larger side, the immature Cooper's hawk. It's about the size of a crow.
Yeah, roughly 14, maybe 17 inches long. Brown on top, white underneath, but with very clear brown streaks.
And those yellow eyes, that hooked raptor beak, you definitely see them around Chicago sometimes. Agile predators.
Definitely. And then the other possibility, much smaller.
The juvenile house sparrow.
Yeah, your classic little sparrow, maybe 5 or 6 inches. Generally browner, stockier looking than some other sparrows.
Mhm.
Lots of fine, dark streaks.
Deeper browns, more black on the back and wings, you said, and that cone-shaped beak for seeds.
Exactly. And that fluffy description, it really fits juvenile house sparrows well. Their feathers coming in can look quite fuzzy.
And they are everywhere in Chicago, right? Year-round.
Oh, absolutely ubiquitous.
So, Cooper's hawk, house sparrow, predator versus common backyard bird. That fluffy look, especially in a typical backyard setting, it does start to lean one way, doesn't it?
It does seem to point more towards the sparrow because, like you said, that immediate reaction to fluffy is often tiny, helpless baby.
Is that a common mistake people make? Seeing a fledgling and thinking it's abandoned.
It really is. Very common. We need to differentiate. Natal down, that's the fluff on hatchlings, 0 to 3 days old. Maybe young nestlings up to, say, 13 days. They can't really move much, totally dependent.
Still in the nest?
Still in the nest, exactly.
Well,
But fluff or fuzz, that description can easily apply to a fledgling.
and fledglings are older. Like how old?
Usually around 13, 14 days old, or maybe a bit
Ah.
older. They've left the nest.
Okay, so they're out and about.
Yeah, they're out. Fully feathered, mostly. Wings and tail might look a bit short or stubby. And they're flying. It can be pretty clumsy.
More like hopping or fluttering.
Exactly. Walking, hopping, short, fluttery flights. And critically, those immature feathers, they might not be perfectly sleek yet. Some natal down might still be sticking out. That gives them that fluffy, messy look.
And that can even carry on into the early juvenile stage.
It can, yeah.
Yeah.
As they become more independent, but the feathers are still maturing fully. So, bottom line, fluffy doesn't automatically mean days old. It could easily be weeks old. 2, 3, 4 weeks maybe. Actively learning out of the nest.
Okay, that makes sense. And the timing, August. That's another piece you flagged from the observation. Because like we said, people think nesting season is basically over by late summer.
It's a really common assumption.
Yeah.
But actually, many species keep going much later than you'd think. Or they have multiple broods.
They raise more than one family a year.
That's right. Especially in places like cities where food might be available for longer. It shows how adaptable they are.
And house sparrows are a prime example of this.
Absolutely textbook example.
Hmm.
Their breeding season in North America. It can go from early May right through to late September.
Wow, that's a long window.
It is. And a single pair might raise, up to 4 broods in one season.
4, okay.
Incubation's quick, 11 to 13 days. Young fledge leave the nest after about 14 to 17 days. So you do the math.
A brood started in late July could easily have fledglings hopping around in mid-August.
Precisely. Right when you saw your bird.
Yeah.
It fits perfectly. They take advantage of that continued food in urban areas. So seeing young birds late in the summer, totally normal for them.
Okay, so if we pull it all together, the description, brown, streaky, the location, Chicago, very common species there, the timing,
Yeah.
August, which fits their extended breeding, and the fluff,
meaning likely a fledgling or early juvenile, not a brand new hatchling.
It really points strongly towards the juvenile house sparrow, doesn't it?
It seems like the most probable candidate, yes. The plumage fits, the location fits, the timing fits, and that fluffy appearance matches a bird that's maybe 2 to 4 weeks old, recently out of the nest.
Which means, importantly, that bird you saw, even if it looked a bit awkward or clumsy.
It was likely doing exactly what it was supposed to be doing, learning to be independent.
And the parents were probably nearby, keeping an eye out, still feeding it.
Almost certainly. They don't just abandon them when they fledge, they guide them. So seeing a fledgling, even a fluffy one, is usually a sign of a natural, healthy process.
It really makes you think, doesn't it? What other natural things are happening all around us, especially in cities, that maybe we misunderstand?
That's a great question. Processes that are just waiting for us to take a closer look, a deeper dive, to see what's really going on.
So keep looking closely, keep asking questions, and keep discovering that wild world, even right in your own backyard.